Right,
Well,
we have started the stream. So I'm going to
have?
so I'm going to leave the chat from the previous game for the moment. So catch you later.
Okay.
Bye.
Right. Meanwhile, we wait for one other person to connect in. Either I have to make this free player. I've posted a link in there, and I probably need to set up a bot or something automated to just announce this every so often, which I can change. And I'm probably just going to put this quickly into the thing here. Okay, Rise can join in a couple of minutes. A couple of minutes might be as long as we wait. I can put the terrible music on. That might help. It's so terrible. I think that's enough of that. There's more than enough of that. It kind of does. It's terrible, really. Oh dear, so I know this is myself, Aegon, and Kyril right now, plus one more who's likely to be Rise, and then we'll get things started up. And because it's a triumphant return, it's likely to just be the four of us at this point, because I've not done that much announcement, other than obviously the stream I did last week. A little bit like the music in Persona, actually. There are more than that one tune. It actually is about 3 or 4, which was annoying me with the last time I was doing this, but I should play Persona again. How far did I get in Persona 4? Thoughts and things, I'll have to work that out another time. I still have the ability to stream off the Vita, so I should probably consider doing that. Maybe from next week I'll get an RPG back up and running. I'll just have to decide which one, whether you want the confusing one where they shoot themselves in the head, or the confusing one where they go into a TV with a bear, or the confusing one, which are the classic two, which I've not really played through. Or I go for something completely different. P3P, yeah, okay, we could play that again. It's probably the most grindy one, and it's the one that I did do on Twitch, actually, originally. Although I know I've lost the last episode or two of, so I might have to do a complete redo from start on that, which would be annoying. Also knows that that's going to be 100 hours. But then Persona 4 is not that much shorter. Yakuza, I've never played any of the Yakuza games, though. We have 9 viewers for Mahjong Night. This is clearly wrong, especially as we've only got 3 actual players. Yakuza, but actually just Mahjong. Sounds good. Alright, it's on the consideration list. There's a few other things that I definitely need to play, actually, that are coming out recently soon. There's the Shenmue games, because I actually backed the 3rd game on Kickstarter a while back. Mahjong and Sleeping Dogs. There's Mahjong in a few games. I can actually just replay Tetsuya. Like, that was fun. I can just cheat at Mahjong continually and eventually win. Problem is, I completed that game entirely, and the other ones I don't know because they're slightly more complicated. Tetsuya Digest, which I do have somewhere. And then, of course, I got Saki. I need to get some music on the background of these, and at some point, if this is going to continue on for a long time. Or I should just stayed in my chat and allowed people to be entertaining. Nah, that sounds like a terrible idea. Terrible, terrible idea. And yeah, Shenmue 1 and 2 I should pick up at some stage. However, obviously I've got other things that I definitely need to spend more money on first. Actually, let me do one thing, because that might attract a 4th person a little quicker. Yeah, I'll rejoin you in. I'll rejoin you in pity at the moment.
Hello.
Hello.
I sent the link to Debbie, so hopefully this should should allow things.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yes, I've got a wedding to spend money on.
That does tend to cost a little bit.
It does tend to cost a little bit.
Just a tad.
Well, it's somewhat more extravagant in their case since, cross international borders and stuff.
Yeah, there's some other stuff as well.
We could do it on the Arctic.
You think the cost of getting everybody to the Arctic is going to be less than having the wedding in a park in America?
Well, you wouldn't have to do it twice.
We don't have to do it twice now. Well, JPC has arrived, so I no longer need you.
JPC Rise? I can't remember. Is there...
Yeah, JPC is Rise.
Secret Alliance, guys. No.
Secret Alliance. Well, you want to chat with Aegon and work out tactics you can do, but I'm going to leave. Because I don't need it. Alright, we'll make the free man discard, which is an odd one. We could have got rid of the 7 so as well, but they've at least this 2 tiles in what we're going for here. 779, 1... Oh, that's very nice. So we've got an Epeco set up. Epeco pairs. We're 1 away from 7 pairs as well. Yeah, Dora discard on the first thing. I didn't actually notice that was Vidora, otherwise I'd have probably kept it, but... So 196 gets us to Tempai, however 8 gets us close. It allows us actually to plumb the Epeco. Or I can do that. So that then means... Get rid of a 6. Did I miss the Tempai there? Yeah, I did, because I could have got rid of a 9 and been Tempai on the 5 dot. Yeah. We'll get rid of the East. What's everybody else doing at this stage? Mostly just getting rid of Terminals and High Manzu. Not much really to go from that perspective here. That doesn't help us a great deal. So our top draws would be the 8, 1, or 3. All 3 of those would get us to Tempai. The 3 actually would be kind of interesting, because that would give us... Actually, no, that wouldn't change too much here. It would still be 8, 9. 8, 9 irregular weight with all the 9s gone, all the 8s gone, so we really don't want to have this 9 anymore. Alright, we're in Tempai. 1, 4. If we can get rid of the 1... Alright, we'll just take the win. It's cheap, but, we'll do it. So, a quick small win off of Cairo while we're just hanging about, not doing much. And we're going to go back, and my main aim for the return at this stage is to just be a lot more defensive. So I was saying, basically trying to be a lot more sneaky, a lot quieter, and generally speaking, a lot less on tilt is my grand plan. It won't last 3 hands, but it is the plan. So hand's not too bad in this case. We're kind of still just getting rid of our main terminal discards. I got rid of the East early, largely because I had quite a lot of other things I need to get rid of. Even though it's double ton, it's a bit narrow at this point. Now we get rid of the 8. I want to hold on to the 3 for the moment, but the 8 is close to Vidora, so that's more risky and more important to get rid of early while it's going to be less of a problem for us. Could call a 9, but won't. Get rid of a North. Yeah, honestly, this is not a great looking hand here, so that's Vidora. In this case, we're going to keep it and risk a dragon. Can probably risk a dragon on my next go round as well, because other than possibly JPC, who's doing something bizarre, probably going for a 13 Orphans. In which case, getting rid of these early and securing the fact that he doesn't have it is probably important. In fact, all 4 Norths are out, so I don't know what he's going for, actually. Some Chanter, Junchan nonsense or something like that. Yeah, we'll see. Toss for South. So his main wind is basically gone. North is out. Alright, that's a good draw. So now we're kind of looking at this 7-4 and 7 and 3. They're a bit out of the way. They're tricky to get rid of at this stage as well. So we're just hoping we get some tiles in the middle. A 5 draw would be quite good. Alright, 1's not bad. 1 opens up some possibilities here. We draw a 2 and that slots in. Can just get rid of the 1 risky tile rather than having to get rid of both. Though it is Fedora and we are past 10 discards. 8 safe to the right on Aegon, so that's fine for the moment. I mean, ideally, we'd like another 7, actually. Don't want to draw anything close to it because it's going to cause us some problems. So we get rid of the 1, 2, or the 3. I think we get rid of the 1, 3 here. We see the 1 on Aegon's side. Freeze the Suji up top. It's a loose reasoning for it, but... we also have to remember Aegon's a fairly beginner player. The other 2 at least know what they're doing somewhat, so... yeah, I'm not sure on JPC's side. Reach from Aegon. So he's at least got to a finished hand. Gets rid of the 3. So that helpfully means we can get rid of this. 8 follows a safe discard. Six doesn't help us much. That's the thing that would help us out a little earlier. We can still get rid of the 4, which is safe there. In terms of what he's likely going for, low Manzu seemed like a good bet here. He might be on a 2-5 weight as well. We'll just play safe. We weren't likely to win with this hand in any case. But Kyril wants to attack. Okay, so we've got to consider Kyril's discards as well a little bit here. I think we're just going to get rid of the 4. Alright. So Aegon's giving us 2 safe discards in the freeze, which is fine. It's definitely why we don't call that. 2 is also safe, and it's further to the extreme. It's also safe against Rise, so that's entirely our discard at this point. Also got an East, which was just played as well, so that's fine. We go into the last 2 discards. Aegon will pick up some points for being in Tenpai. We'll lose our dealership, but that's not too much of a problem at this early stage of the game. Alright, Aegon takes the lead. He's also a dealer for this round, but we got a good hand. 1 set already complete. Quite a quick Tan-Pin hand. Tanyo Pinfu. And yeah, Aegon is winning. Yet to win a hand, of course, but he is winning. Right, we get rid of our 2 dragons early because we want to get into Tanyo Pinfu. So we're going to go to the 1s, 9s, and our honor tiles. This will change if we draw a second red, of course, but we didn't. We drew a second 9, which is slightly more tricky in a few ways. So we're just hoping to fill up the middle tiles here. Okay, South. It's not one of his wins, so that's an unusual South call. His bonus tiles would be East and, of course, West, which is where he's currently sitting, so he might be on for a 1-suit hand. So we'll have to watch for Manzu discards in the future. North, there's no point in keeping. It is our wind, but 1 indicator, so there's only 2 maximum available. And that's a good draw. So that gives us run, waiting run. And basically means we're only 2 away at this stage. And we've not revealed a lot of information as well, which is why the Tanyo Pintu hand is one of the better ones in this regard. So yeah, we definitely think that's Manzu Honitsu. So, suit and honors using just the Manzu tiles. Okay, there's a second red. Now, the first one there was a pause, and that's Rise calling that. I'll have to take it, but it doesn't put us into Tenpai, so we're going to leave that for 1 more draw. Get rid of another 9. This also opens up this stretch a little bit, so having 2 3 3 4 means we can wait on 1 3 and 5 to improve the hand. Red 5. You're gonna get rid of the 4 rather than a 9 here. He's played 2 and 3, so it's possible he wants those, but he's either Enchanter, which looks unlikely, or he's in Manzu Honitsu, and that means we don't want to get rid of a 9 if we can avoid it. I'd rather play safe against that. He's only got possibly a 2,000 point hand, though. I don't see any of the Easts, so it's possible he's got a bigger hand than that, especially as he made the early call. That is a dangerous tile for me to be having right now. Let's get rid of the 3-dot. Egan's going to attack. Okay, so 2 1s have been played. Thinking about this a little bit here. I want to get rid of this East, but I feel that we want to be folding at this stage. We see 3 3 3. Yeah, there's only 1 3 left. So if he wanted to win it, that's what he was going for. Six man's a dodgy discard against Chiral. If he's not Tenpai, he will be after this. Didn't call it, so he's either got a tricky hand or he's just not interested in that. So the problem I've got is that Egan could well be into a Manzu hand as well. That is not a good draw for us right now when we get to discard the 6-dot. Which I reckon Egan wants. Okay, that passed. Still uncertain on the rise factor, but oh, okay, that changes things. Now we've got 2 Easts. We're less convinced he's definitely got one, but we have to keep an eye on it. Can we go aggressive here? The argument for going aggressive here is that they don't know I'm folding. And that's just revealed that's revealed among them. It's a bit of a bluff. We're only 8 man away from this actually not being a bluff anymore, but I'm hoping to get some people to fold. Oh well. As it turns out, it's going to be a cheap hand. Red 2 Dora. But the dealer remains the lead. And nobody knows that wasn't a bluff. In fairness, these have all been relatively cheap hands, so that was a abortive draw. Mine was the cheapest hand of all. They're starting to build up, though. First turn, East discard. Okay, so we picked up one of each for dragons, which is never a good place to start. So we're just going to toss one of those each on each turn and hope we don't draw a second one in the meantime. Okay, White Dragon basically gives safe tiles to other people. It's the one disadvantage of doing this, but we shall see. Okay, Chiral draws, and that immediately gives me a new draw, so we're not too sad about that. And then looking at a hand, it's nothing impressive. It's going to be cheap if it gets anywhere. West, and might just be West. But we have one completed run, possibly outside chance of a 1-2-3 Sanchiku, or same run in each suit. Okay, calls this triplet as 6s, so Ivory's on for a triplet hand or all simples or something that is a dot suited dot hand. I'm going to pass that one. Then draw the 5 immediately after. My reasoning for passing that is that the hand's not really developed. We get rid of that. We'd still be 2 from Tenpai. And there's at least one more West. If we get the second West discarded, we'll call it. If not, we'll just use it as our Win con. I've got rid of 4, 5, 6. Which, yeah, would have had us finished if we were going that direction. So that's just the way the game goes. So we don't need this 5 dot later. Or the 6 dot, actually, because both of those will be for a 10. 7, 7, 7, 6. Alright, that's a good discard. Let's get rid of the 1, 2 on this side, because this is a better waiting pattern. So we're still 2 away, but... Alright, Dora. We'll keep that. So if I draw a 6, discard there. West call, discard. So now we're in a position to call the West. However, Kyle's on another 1 suit hand, which makes the 1, 4 discard we're going to have to make it a little bit tricky. Okay, that's a good draw. Let's get rid of the 1 dot. So we're 1 away from Tenpai, which will be on West 6. Unfortunately, before that, Red Dragon only. So currently we're in 3rd, not too far away from anything, and that is a very quick hand. And a good starting draw. Okay, so we got pair in the 8s, run there. White Dragon's the only loose tile other than the 9, so yeah, this could be over in 2 draws. I'd like to draw a 9 dot. Oh, wow, this is... Okay, so that's 1 from Tenpai. Don't want the East anymore. It's not the East round. This is a strong hand. 5 would be a good draw right now. Get rid of a 9. Get me the maximum possible outs from this hand. Going 1, 3. 4 doesn't help much. Let's get rid of a 9 though. So drawing another 7 dot, another 9 dot would be perfect. Because that actually sets me up for the Sun Anko. Okay, I can go for a closed Ipeco 3 dot. I think we're going to avoid that though, because I feel that waiting off a Sun Anko is probably better. And if we draw a 5, we've got better multi-sided weights, so... Yeah, there we go. Reach Ipeco, Dora. Potentially a second Dora. We'll take that. 2-sided weight on the dots, which I've been discarded late, so there's a chance that'll come off. Reach past Sumo. That was ridiculous. The luck is in. As is the jam. That's Hanneman, and possibly Byman. Nope, just Hanneman. Ugh. Okay, Hanneman into my dealer turn. And not a bad start. We get rid of the East. I missed the Byman. So here, 4 calls. I think as dealer, I might even just go for the Tanyo Toy here. Because look at this, I've got 4 triplets, 4 pairs. So if I can call them, get to an all triplets position as dealer, pressure the board a little bit. That's probably my best bet here, especially since I've now drawn a backup. So I've got South, all triplets.
Boom.
Yeah, absolutely. We start calling this now. Arguably this is a little on tilt, but this is a quick hand as well. And it's probably the easiest way to protect my position. Especially since Aegon does not want Manzu tiles. Well, that's true, any win is good, but to be fair, if you pick up a Bioman or a Hanneman, that can secure you the match if every other win is small. That's probably the most tricky bit of positioning I've gotten to this stage at this point. So 5 pairs gives me the maximum things I can call for Toy Toy, but does mean I've got some awkwardness coming up. Get rid of the 5s and go really greedy on this.
Boom.
And I think that's the really greedy plan coming out now. So Toy Toy half flush. With South for Mungan.
Boom.
Well, if this isn't threatening the board, nothing is. And they can immediately frozen on a tile. 8. There are some questionable discards coming up from Kyril here. That was a... You know what? I'm 100% confident they're going to deal into me. Absolute 100% confidence that somebody's going to deal into me based on those 2 discards.
Boom.
Honitsu Toy Toy. It would be. It would be. Yeah, I'm absolutely confident that was going to happen. I don't need to aggression this, but I've got 2 bonus triplets, so I probably should be a bit more... I should probably be going for this a little harder than I am. We'll see. 2 bonus tiles plus Adora. This isn't no blind aggression what I'm doing at the moment. It is kind of planned aggression because I want to put the game out of reach. And it kind of is. I'm already 22,000 points ahead of Rise.
Boom.
So bonus tile sorted. Eight's a good draw here. So yeah, we're not looking for value. We're just looking to, you know, build up momentum and kill off people if we can. I don't have a pair, which is the only downside, and I probably should have kept the 6 for that reason, actually. Maybe it would have been the right decision to get rid of the 5 so at this point, but we'll see. I'm expecting people to go for quick hands and just win, in fairness, or they're trying for big hands to try and overhaul the lead. Tempting. If I had safe tiles, I'd go for it. But I really don't. So you can have your 7 mech. And we'll try to dodge Kyril.
Boom.
Egan has no interest in dodging. I am aware that Egan and Kyril are in the same chat, so there could be some tactical shenanigans going on, but... But either way, I'm quite happy to just fold at this point. I've got enough of a lead. I don't need to worry him. Short of Kyril having a Yakuman, there's not really much he can do at this point, so... Well, if he says so, but He's prevented me from going for the game, which was the only thing that was going to stop me at this point, really. Could throw the green. I imagine I'm just going to throw this, though. Means I've technically got a red dragon called into Tempai.
Gee.
Means I can win on the Tuso as well if that gets played. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have pushed that. Hindsight 2020, indeed. This looks good. Now, I say that, it looks okay. Get rid of a 9 for the moment, so we could make this into a Chinitsu hand. Dealer Chinitsu Manga would definitely kill the game off, I think. A's on 84, yeah, maybe it wouldn't. However, that's definitely where the wins are going at this stage. So we're looking for a Chinitsu Mungan. We'll see about forcing it in a little bit, but we got enough tiles. We even got South for backup in case we get another one. So Aegon's also trying to cull one of his suits. He might be going for a one-suit hand as well, based on the free middle tiles. It's Art of the North, so he's not going for anything like Hokushi. Aegon shouldn't want that. He discarded a 7, so... Okay, the tiles are aligning, and it looks like we might be going for this. In fact... 9, 1, 5, and a 7 gives me a Yakuman. 4 specific tiles for a Yakuman. That was not one of the specific tiles, but we'll keep it as a spare.
Boom.
Okay, now we're looking good.
Boom.
Yeah, so 1 call away from Chinitsu. But not that one. Okay, Tempai waiting on 8-9. All the 8s and 9s are still available, so that gives us 4 winnings. Does mean we're risking running into Chiral here a little bit, but...
Boom.
That will take the Chinitsu from Rise at that stage. Chinitsu Mungan. See, all I needed to get good at martial again was just take 4 months off or whatever, however long it was. However, this hand is not really one I can attack with, so I imagine this is going to be my fold hand, or just try and stay roughly in Tempai. I mean, you never know, strange things have happened. South's been played, we're just going to cull the Dora tiles at this stage. So Chiral currently in 2nd. Rise in 3rd, Aegon in 4th. get rid of another 8 since we just drew one. Okay, so we've got a 1-2-3 Sandshrew potentially. Possibly even got a Chanter hand here with an 8-9. Probably cull these two as well at some stage, which might allow us to go for the full hand, I suppose. The full outside hand, I mean. But we're drawing nice tiles, so I guess that's not necessarily going to happen. Not interested in calling that. Toss another green dragon. So our best legal hand looks to be the 1-2-3 Sandshrew. But beyond that, I think this is going to be a draw out of my favour here because I'm just not drawing anything at this stage. It's fine. I've had my barrel of luck at this stage. I'm 46,000 points ahead with just South 3, South 4 to go.
Gee.
And I think actually that's all the 2's gone. 1, 2... No, maybe not. For some reason I thought more of them had gone than that, but hey. 4 doesn't help as much, but it's safe against Chiral. Again, we're not interested. And 9 discard. Alright, 2 saves should be safe against Chiral. Nine would be safe against anybody who isn't Aegon, who doesn't look to be in Tempai at this stage. Apparently Aegon wants to be over Ron. The relationship was that bad, sir. Oh, we had the Sandshrew Tempai as well, I think. Yeah, we would have done, because we'd had to get rid of the 1 there. Alright, Aegon's going to reach. On the 5 so, which is going to be called by a JPC, who's probably now in Tempai. So what we're going to do is we're going to discard the 6 that he just played.
Gee.
Manzu, I would have said, would be kind of in Aegon's range of tiles he could be waiting on.
Kang.
Boom.
Well, Aegon, somebody's taking a leaf from my book, and I'm just going to safe discard, and this is last discard. So trying to counter Jinitsu Mungan, I'll lose 3,000 points, but I'm quite happy with the result. Not a bad hand from him, really. I mean, it's a double pair weight, and I don't see how many of those were still alive, but potentially that was okay. Alright, this is fast. North. Pinfu. If I draw a 6 earlier, this is ridiculously good for us. And, okay. I can't really complain at Khans at this stage of the game, because they are so far behind, they need them. Has given me free Dora, though. Well, we have our tile that says we can call anything, and we got free Dora. And I think this is game on.
Chi.
I'll have somebody play a risky 5 dot right now. Just give me Dora 4. That's not too bad. I guess double run means I'm only 1 away, I think, if I get the 6. Or draw an 8 over north south. That gives me the closed weight on that as well. Yeah, I was looking at other options to call back on the 5 now, but we're not going to do that. Not going to do that. Okay, that's helpful. Let's get rid of the south now. So we can call that 5 for a pair and just go there for Tenpai.
Each.
Alright, let's go big. We don't have to go big, and I shouldn't reach this, but we're going to anyway. So 369. We like our 3-sided Tenpais, especially when I've been given extra Uradura.
Each.
Counter reach.
Wrong.
And we'll take it. And that might even bust Tyrell out if I get lucky with Uradura here. Nope. Got some though, and that puts Tyrell into dead last. Final hand.
Home.
Final hand I'm going to call. There's absolutely no hope of anyone catching us at this stage. 64,000 ahead of the second place person, who is Vidila. We can definitely afford to be aggressive.
Chi.
If you want to give me the Dora, then I'm perfectly happy for you to do that. So 1 call from Tenpai, which might just be the 2 dot the way this has gone. Of course, if he gives me the 2 dot.
Home.
Yeah. Overcalled, and that means this is less likely to come off now. Unfortunately, we can't call that.
Home.
Okay, so Ryan's definitely on a Shinitsu of some sort. But we just hit Tenpai. 3-6. Wonder if he'd give us a Chankan. He probably would if he drew it, actually. It was dodgy, but at the same time, if he took it... Well, actually, I suppose he could have taken it and kept the game going a bit longer. Might also just be in a toy in all honesty, but will the tuk make a difference? Not really, as far as I can tell. Toy just all triplets. Alright. Carol's gunning for big points. Hasn't helped me out a great deal, but then I don't need helping out. I've got to assume from that Kyrol's got to be close to tempo, though. Come on, Chunkan. Chinitsu Red Dora. That's Hanneman. God, 6. Yeah. I've never pulled off a Chunkan, so that's why I'm kind of bigging that possibility up a little bit. Well, I think this is going to be another draw, and we go on another round.
Home. Long.
Yeah. It was just Tanya only. Well, Tanya one door. Okay, comeback potentially begins. Only 6,100 points down, and I've again drawn a bonus pair. And this hand is a lot more inducive to calling for victory. Aegon's marginally ahead of Kyril as well, which does potentially matter.
Home.
A lot of these dot tiles going around, and I'm just going to make a double call, and that should pretty much secure me the win now. Seven actually is a really bad disc draw now, because I can only really get pairs and stuff with it. Well, I suppose it's an outside chance. Nothing on the 9 side of it, I guess, but... Okay, there we go. So 6-9, which is basically 6 dot only.
Home. Long.
And there we go, half flush. Oh, good game if you're ready. I will end on a plus 87. That was fairly decisive, I think. So Carol will sit out this game. Good game and stuff. Okay, so non-door dragon, so that's going to be our first discard. South isn't to our left, so we can hold that turn if we want to, but we're probably getting rid of it early. Beyond that, Tanya Pinfu seems the easiest way to go with this. Especially in light of that draw. So obviously we prefer the inside runs on these, but if we get the outside, we can still go for Pinfu. And I guess we got the 5-6-7 Sandwich Q as a potential option as well, which we're not too far away from. Also, I just realised that was my discard. Which is a difficult thing to do when you're playing in the electronic version of the game. It's automated for you, but... Another 6 dots. We'll get rid of a 9 here. Just try and feed ourselves into a 10, yeah, a little more. Okay, so good draw. I want to keep the 6s because that's now effectively our pair, so let's discard the 7. Securing the pair is always important in any kind of general hand building, so we're okay with that. Now if we can get the 6 and the 4, that'd be ideal. It does mean that if we drew the 6, we'd have to probably get rid of one of the other 2 sides on this one. Or maybe... it depends. We're just now starting to look into the mathematics of what's actually more likely. We see 2 1s, so this is the least likely one to pay off. And 6 isn't a bad draw for us there, actually. Gives us an extension over here. Potentially gives us a few extra runs to work with in the middle Sozu.
Each.
Okay, Rise reaching 8-man. So we'd guess he's on a Sozu hand or he's waiting on a high Manzu. But we have a definitely safe tile to start with, so that's what we will go for. Yeah, we drew an extra piece to our run as well, so if we can get some clarification on the 6 being safe, we might be good to go. So it'll be a free-sided 2, 5, 8 weight, assuming the 6 passed.
Boom.
Okay, Aiden calling away, not especially helpful right now. Alright, we'll try the 6. We're now in a free-sided pin 2 weight, and we'll take it. Thank you very much. I'd like to know if I was right, but I'm fairly certain it was high Manzu weight. About 2,000 points sniped. Not a bad starting hand. A couple of things to sort out, but looks reasonably good.
Boom.
Aiden calling north, which isn't his win, so we gotta assume he's going for a half flush or something crazy. More likely there's something crazy. Nearly just also discarded the white dragon, but since we draw in a second, we'll keep that and try to make something of it. You're not supposed to be listening to me, sir, just as an FYI, because I give information out my hands in these videos. Besides, you've got Chiral for commentary if you need it.
Boom.
Yes, but it's really awkward for me to talk about specific things I'm planning on discarding if you know you're waiting on them. It doesn't take much game sense to be able to take advantage of that. Chiral went to blow his nose. Good to hear. I'm sorry we beat him so hard. Alright, 3 people with calls. Debbie's the only one playing silently right now. Neither Rises nor... Yeah, Rise and Aegon not calling with bonus tasks particularly, although a triplet of the Dora is definitely more threatening than the alien triplet. So if we can draw a free... Basically any middle Sozu tile gets us there. I mean, that would get us there too. Called out, hope the 4's safe, and then go, but I think we'll hold off. And play Suji. And as much as I really want to go for this... Alright, I see 3 8s. I see most of the 9s. Let's gamble on that one. 3-6, Tenpai.
Wrong.
That's just unfortunate, I'm afraid. What happened to closed hands? Nothing happened to closed hands. I said I was going to be less aggressive, and I kind of have been. I also dominated game 1. That was just a bit unfortunate, but if the 8-pin passed, I had the Tenpai hand, so that felt worth a go, and it was worth a go. Whether it would be worth a go and whether that was the correct move is debatable, but hey. Also, how are you doing, sir? So, deputy start. Getting rid of East just on the off chance that we have a double tom to worry about. If you're referring to the table, as opposed to me specifically, though, Aegon doesn't really know the game well enough to be playing properly, and Rise, while he knows the game well enough, tends to have aggressive tendencies at times. We'll keep the Dora Dragon for the moment. So one more win puts us into dealership and also dealership while in the lead. But the hand it's attached to is not particularly awe-inspiring right this moment. Two Dora Dragons. Now that's a reason to pawn. Because suddenly the hand's gone up for the Dora 2, and yeah. This is entirely true.
Hung.
Okay. Debbie's given us 4 Dora in this hand.
Each.
Aegon's going to go for it. I've got a safe tile, a couple of safe tiles actually for his first couple of discards, so we'll see about after that. I got 4 Dora staring at me though. Problem is the rest of the hand is terrible, so even if I were to call both sets, that's not ideal for me. Yeah, we'll stay with what we got. So he's in a really silly weight then, is he? Well, 9's safe. We got that from Rise earlier. That's 4 pairs. I mean, that was a 5th pair, and I could definitely kept it, but I know it passes, so we're definitely playing safety here. Besides which, I don't aim for 7 pairs against this sort of hand very often. If I had a better read on what he was going for, then maybe. But this is Aegon. He could literally be going for anything. And I'm just going to take 2 safe tiles here. And yeah, you could probably quite rightly work out that I could be a lot closer to Tenpai by doing this. And a Dora 6 as well. But no, we're going to fold this. The important thing is we're dealing next turn, so as long as we don't deal in, this is the way to go.
Each.
So GPT is deciding to go aggressive into this. I'm going to discard Dragon, and just pass the turn.
Wrong.
Well, the good news is I picked up all the main Dora, but 1 Uradora. Okay, so Aegon loses some points. JPC goes into second. And I am now the dealer. It is universal right on this Tiles of Confusion to complain about hands, so absolutely they're allowed to have the chat. Doesn't mean that people ask me pointed questions. It does cause a bit of confusion and obviously can reveal some info, but that's the way it goes. Also, Debbie has called my dragon on the first discard. I'm less keen on that. Okay, Debbie's on an aggressive hand here. 2 calls in the first 3 discards, or first 3 go rounds. It's possible she's going for a half flush, but well, it's easily possible she's going for a red dragon only. So I'm going to partially play safe now and see what happens. Because it does look as if it's half flush here. I also get the feeling people are following my lead on safety play, which is weird. Kind of want to test the waters a little bit, but we'll get rid of the free so for now. Demi winning the hand wouldn't be a complete disaster for me, so gonna say no. 2-man safe. You leave the chat, and you never speak of it again. Okay, so we've got 2 runs. We're reasonably close. We don't have a pair, which is the only problem I've got at the moment. No, okay. We have a pair again. Let's get rid of the 8. Now, that was an unthinking discard in many ways, because of course that is the most likely kind of task she wants right now. Four gives me a potential free-sided weight. I think we have to get around it. I'm going to play a bit more sensibly here. We don't want to get rid of any dot tiles if we can avoid it. Even if it means discarding endless numbers of free so. Okay, first loose dot tile from Debbie. Red dragon safe. So does that mean she's in Tempai, or is she just repositioning the hand slightly? Gonna follow discard. Well, I mean, it's general safety play against 2 calls from a fairly obvious half flush on the left. So yeah, starting to toss things. 3-dot was not necessarily safe. I imagine Debbie's in Tenpai, or she's one away and has bluffed extremely well to this point. The 9 got rid of as well. I'm still got an outside chance of hitting Tenpai before the end of this, which would be nice, but we're not expecting much. Yep, half flush waiting on the 7-4, and that wouldn't have been a bad hand overall. Alright, dealership moves around. So yeah, that was not bad. Half flush, Toy, Dragon, and East. So that would have been enough of a hand to come back to the lead at that point. Problem is, of course, it was a fairly obvious hand and everybody kind of played defensive around it. So what we got here is reasonably good, actually. Gets us the 8 rather than the green at this stage, but we're going to toss the green afterwards. So plenty of middle tiles that could definitely improve our hand a little bit here. So if we draw a 5 or a 3, Debbie calls the 8. So I get an immediate redraw, and that gives me a run. Yeah, it's a good hand. It was enough to take the lead, certainly. Alright, let's get rid of the 1-5 early at this stage, especially since with Debbie calling the first one, we need to get rid of these early rather than later. Two from Tenpai. And that was about as good a draw as we can make right now. So 1 from Tenpai. It's going to be an awkward wait though, unless we decide to leave it for a bit. Oh, Debbie Carnes. So open 8 Carn gives us, come on. Okay. I think we need to get rid of the 1 here. We already have our pair established. This does lock us into needing the 3, but there's a possibility 2 on. And you know me and possibilities. Okay. That's going to kill the possibility 2 off, but that's a much stronger hand now. So we got potential double pair weight here with 4, 5, 3, whatever. Could call that. Call that, take the Taniadora. I forget which way around these goes. I'm going to leave it. I probably should have called it, but I'm going to leave it anyway. Yeah, especially in light of that. All the 6s are gone. And a lot of the 3s are going as well. So in light of that, we're not going to reach on this. So only 3 winning tiles left, our best, and it being a 3, our best chance is to just hold off. Thankfully, the Soji tiles seem to be coming out reasonably quickly, so there's a chance we can pull something out of this. Or I can go into a 5, or go to an irregular weight, but both the 4s are gone as well, so yeah, going the 3s is our best plan right now. Yeah, again. the opportunities, but we still have Taniodora, so I'm okay with that as a hand. Yeah, there's a Redora to reach for, but I actually almost prefer to be unnoticed.
Each.
Okay, JPC's trying to be greedy with it. We'll see. 4 against that board is not a nice thing to be discarding right now. East is safe.
Home.
I'm guessing all triplets then for Debbie. But we'll just take the sumo. Tanya Simples and 1 Dora. Okay, Aegon dealer in South 2. Alright, green start. We don't have quite enough of a lead to be absolutely safe of things, but it's reasonably good right now. Closest rival isn't going to have another dealer turn. South discarded without penalty. And a hand that could potentially be quick if we get the red dragon early. Okay, 4 pairs. So that opens up Toy Toy Dragon. What are you talking about, winning streak? I haven't played in like 4 or 5 months. I'll provide a link in a moment. Oh, actually, Kara can do that. He's not in the game right now. Dropping pairs like flies. Question is, do I want to be aggressive on the 7th discard? I feel like I ought to be, but we'll avoid it. Problem is, there just isn't that much value there, even if I make this. Alright, let's get rid of the closed 2-4 weight and then see, because if we can get Ipeco Dragon. Ipeco Dragon plus Reach would be okay. Especially if we can add Pintu to that as well. Okay, 5 pairs. Okay, silent 7 pairs, standby. 3 live tiles potentially out there. I suppose the hand isn't going to get any better, is it?
1
It takes a while to get used to it, I'll be honest. There's a few automated buttons. There's a... I forget what my normal guide for this is, actually. Bear with.
Wrong.
Thank you very much, Egan. And that's the grand translated guide to all things Tenho. Alright, toss east again. We're in the south round, so let's see what Debbie can do. Alright, again up to 4 pairs. No Dora. So it'd probably be another silent 7 pairs if this went off, but...
Kang.
Okay, Debbie Khan's the Red Dragons, which is terrifying, but we're up to 5 pairs again. That's currently how it is, yep. Not going to call anything at this stage. We're kind of still looking towards getting to 7 pairs here, but if we do get our second triplet, then we might have other plans. Okay, I'm not happy with the 7 pairs, but we'll see if we can get one of the Dora tiles. Fortunately, I've already discarded the 3, so hope for a 3 so. Then go for it, maybe. Or just wait on the 7 dot in all honesty. Pursuit reach. Or is Debbie distracted? That's a potential thing that happens as well. Alright, 9 dot safe.
Sumo.
Incidentally CBOing another 7 pairs hand. Alright. The luck is in full force right now. I apologize. I also discarded the wrong tile. Oh well. Debbie's also AFK, I'm noticing, so yeah, she's obviously distracted. Sometimes the jam is in. I mean, in fairness, I was waiting to get a better tile than that because I didn't want to be waiting on the 7. Yeah, you did. You can try and reconnect, though. you can guess that they're going for it, and from that you can make assumption, but it's not the easiest thing to track. And guess what I'm looking at again? In fairness, at both times I was looking to go for Toy Toy rather than, you know, 7 pairs, but hey. I don't know, this is just silly.
Home.
Arise is calling, and I'm 1 away from 7 pairs again. I am trying to make actual hands. Chitoitsu is an actual hand. If I had Dora, I'd be going for a Honitsu here rather than the Chitoitsu. But for now, we'll see. The only thing that might cause me a change if the dragon gets discarded now, because I've got the good evasion and I can get into a half flush quite easily. Gonna ignore that and regret it. We'll call the second one, of course, but Dora Tuso. I was tempted to go back to making normal hands again. No, it's good. Problem isn't deal, and I win provided I don't deal into anybody else. So that's my argument for not going for anything significant here. Not that I've played particularly defensively from my discards, but yeah. Also, I just realised $2 would be for a 10, which shows I'm getting tired and not paying attention to things, so we'll get rid of the $2 now. So Debbie's called, so I imagine she's in tempo. The game will not be jammy enough to let me have 3 Chitoitsu hands on the bounce. Oh, so that 8's basically a dead weight at this point. It's a little dodgy. Last discard, and game over. JPC picks up points, I pick up another win. And we'll try and rapidly join for the last game. So we have Aegon, Chiz, Blair, and myself for what will be my last game of the night. Thank you very much. So now, levels of Jam versus somebody who can actually play. Let's see what happens. What's happened is I've got 3 Dora in my opening hand. And it's not a bad one, actually. Okay, don't want to call that. We'll follow the dragons that have already been played. Yeah, think about things a bit. So 2 good draws gets us into tempo, I think. So we'd like something to do with this red 5. That gives us something to do with the red 5. Okay, Cairo goes double ton. We've drawn a couple of 6s, which doesn't help us very much. And I'm going to toss another 6 back. I probably should have got rid of a 9 there, but I'm not interested in getting rid of this triplet right now. Especially as it's safe to ask for later in the game if we absolutely need it. Yeah, it looks like we might be needing that sooner than I thought, so Cairo's on the attack. Yeah, we're going to have to toss these 9s, I think. Okay, good draw. Alright, we'll turn the toss for 9s. Doesn't matter if he's self-drawn before we got that far. That is... yeah, not bad deal a turn, really. Doubleton and Dora. So Freehan is dealer, and he gets a repeat. Yeah, this hand is garbage. In fact, it's so garbage I might even try Kokushi here.
Home.
5, 6, 7. Yeah, I need 7 draws to get this to work, so I'm not even really interested, especially after an early 5 call. I'm much more interested in getting myself reasonably close to other things, but we'll discard enough for now. I should really be keeping them. But I'm already at the point of folding this hand away completely. I'm only holding on to the vague hope of Kokushi. 5 more draws. Well, 6 really, but... mathematically we will get some, but we need another 5. The last can technically come from anywhere, I suppose, but... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Leading White Dragon East and the 1-9 So. Of which there's only 1 So left. Well, I figured you were doing that, but I was slightly confused by that, actually. I think I commented on it when they were all 4 gone. You were just doomed at that stage. I think everything else is still kind of live, but...
Kang.
Okay, that's a Khan. We don't want Khans, really. So, once a White Dragon. Oh, actually, that's done it. Kokushi's dead. I can get into Tenpai if I draw the white, though.
Pong.
But Kokushi's dead on that reveal.
Kang.
Alright, there's still a possibility of getting into Tenpai with it. But I think this is now the point where we just decide to avoid. So, yeah. Here's what happens. You can go for Kokushi, but there's various ways it can mathematically be absolutely a no-go.
Kang.
Okay. So that's the third card. One more and we get a draw.
Sumo.
So is Aiden going to pull off a Yaku in here? No. He does have the lead, however. This, though, is not a bad starting hand. 2 red Dora, middle files, good going for a 4-5-6 Yak. 4-5-6 Sanshku, potentially. Aegon is winning again. He is. It's whether he's winning at the end, though, that matters Aegon. And even then, on the night, I think I'm I'm plus on whatever I do tonight, so I'm okay with things. I am okay with things. Ooh. Yeah, it's definitely last game for tonight, guys, just because I'm starting to feel the effects of doing the first one of these in a while. Alright, let's get rid of dragons to start with. Let's draw something to make this 5 look useful in our hand. But alright, Carol calling the 9s. Yeah, 4-5-6 triple Dora would be lovely. And potentially doable. So 6 so gives us Sanshku. Then it's just a case of finishing up the hand from there. Nine eight and 9-8. Let's get rid of the Sozu ones first. Because if we end up in that 5 weight, then I'd prefer to be discarding early Sozus to try and minimize the potential appearance of it. But the best draw right now is to draw a pair of either the 1, 3, or the 8. I mean, that's not a bad way to go about it either. If I can get a 4-5-6 off of that. The problem is this leads a bit more towards getting the other side of it. Unless I draw another 4, so of course. I've actually hit Tenpai. I think we're going to avoid it though. Because Sanshku with this many Dora would be ridiculously good. Actually, that might be me being greedy here. I don't know. If I draw a 6, I think we have to go for it, even though it's slightly off. If I draw the 4, that'd be ideal, but...
Each.
Okay, so 4-7. 4 gives us a Sanshku and the higher out. But already this is a 3 Dora hand with reach. And the last Rise played before I reached was safe. He's one of my winners, so we'll see. There's more 4, well, 2 and 2. If I'm waiting on Sozu, it does look as if I'm on the 7-4-1 vein, so we'll see. We'll see what they pick up. Forman's potentially dodgy against this, but only based on the last couple of discards. Either way, I'm discarding pairs of things I've already got, which is nice. Shut up, I'm tired. Alright, Hagen's being aggressive.
Sumo.
And we'll take the sumo. The lesser out, but that's still a good hand. The lesser out is still Hanneman. Okay. Couple of Easts. So might be looking towards a quick hand here if we can get that third East early. Because we've got sets that we can call on quite easily. Other middle files that we could potentially call. But for the moment, we're relying on this east wind, so we're not going to be doing that until it gets to the stage where we definitely have the Yaku. I think that, though, it is still there. Hagen being aggressive. He's in second place, so he's got reason to try and defend it. And that's put me for a 10 later. And that's not the best discard there. I should have kept that and got rid of other bits, but hey, we can play backwards Mahjong. Alright, we need our ones as a pairs now, so we're just going to have to go with that. Hope we get a call for the 6-9 at some stage. Wrong 9. Red 5. Red 5 potentially changes this up because the 6 now does that. Kind of recalling the 4. A lot of aggressive calling going on here.
Chi.
But I'm going to go for the close 6. And we'll see what happens from that. Oh, I could have called that and gone for a 2-5, but that might be too aggressive. And also slightly tipping my hand a little bit here. I've got a double Suji 6-1 waiting on, so we'll see. I might be able to get Blair to deal in from that.
Each.
On the other hand, maybe I have to worry about that. Yeah, unfortunately we discard the pair here. Discard the pair, see where we are.
Long.
Physics Manzu, and he's going to be just shy of a Dealer Mungan. Ugh, that's another bad hand. Let's get rid of that for the moment. It's even worse for going for the Kokushi at this stage, in fairness, so We'll just see. Yeah, we're not cock cheating this. If I had 3 more, then absolutely, but not with that many. Here we're just looking to try and just hold on and hope that one of these two eventually picks up a hand from somewhere. Or that we just get lucky and the hand naturally progresses. Seven pairs is not a good hand to go for most of the time, in fairness. It's sort of a casual hand while you look for higher things. And that's why whenever I try and go for 7 pairs, there's always one that can kind of escape into other things like Tanpin or the Toy Toy hand.
Home.
Okay, pair of dragons.
Each.
7-5 reach into our triplet of dragons. Well, I can have a go at this. It's the wrong discard against that, really. He's on a Manzi vein. It's 369. He's what he's waiting on. On the other hand, I don't really want to fold this, but we're going to.
Home.
Wrong.
Yep. Aegon, you've given away so many points, and that might even be game over. That is game over. Well, I end on positive points in all 3 games. Blair wins because Aegon dealt in twice. Yep, he dealt into you for a Mungan and a Hanneman. Of course he busted. But unfortunately, as I said, that was my last game for the night. I'm going to call that a stream. We're going to be back here next week. We'll play some more Mahjong, Tiles of Confusion, and yeah, this will be on YouTube shortly. So thanks for joining me as always. Until the next time.